Hey, Fresh Squad, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and join the Fresh Squad gang. So let's pour it out. Well, if you don't know, then you should know. This video right here is a dedication to Justin Copeland. Congratulations on 60,000 subscribers. I would love to get to that point, but that's neither here nor there. I'm still working on my YouTube channel. But in this video, I want to do some fragrances that are inspired by Justin Copeland. Fragrances that I bought, fragrances that I had to get my nose on because he recommended them. A fragrance that I'll put in the honorable mention that I actually just got today, Citizen Jack. This is a tester, that's why the juice is going. But oddly enough, it was $10. So I said, let me get Citizen Jack for $10. Great atomizer, wonderful scent. But for $10, you can't go wrong. That's Citizen Jack. So these are in no particular order, but I will say probably the most hyped one. I'll let you know which one that is shortly. But without further ado, you know how I start all my videos. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Okay, so the first one, these are all scents that I never would have even put my nose on them until he recommended them. So that's just a heads up of why I have these scents. They're inspired by, him. And I just wanted to say, man, like real talk, whether you know it or not, you've really influenced me in the fragrance game. I started my YouTube channel because of you. And not only that, but I definitely appreciate when I make posts on Instagram, things like that, you're liking it. You're probably the most responsive person as far as in the fragrance community. You respond to me more than anybody else. Really humble. You make great music. I listen to your live album a lot. I can't wait to actually make more music. Um, yeah, and you and I both got married this year. So cool, cool. But first fragrance is a fragrance that pretty much everybody recommends this. But when Justin recommended it, I said, man, I pass up this fragrance almost every time I go to the rack stores. And it is Vacation in a Bottle. It smells like a margarita, and you probably already know what scent this is. None other from the house of Tommy Bahama, Set Sail, St. Barts. Like I said, Vacation in a Bottle. Never really was a fan of Tommy Bahama fragrances because I see the Tommy Bahama stores and I see those vacation shirts with the palm trees on it and things like that. And I was like, this looks very douchebaggy-ish, if that's a word. But everybody was recommending saying if you get one Tommy Bahama fragrance, you have to get Set Sail St. Bart's. So that's the one I got. I appreciate you, Justin, for recommending it. And hey, you say it performs pretty decently on your skin. This performs pitifully. I'll say it like that on my skin. Doesn't perform well at all. But it's all good. I mean, it smells good. I have the body spray as well, and it still sucks. But it smells good. So Tommy Bahama, St. Sail, St. Bart's. Another fragrance house that I never would have thought of until Justin Copeland recommended this in one of his videos a while back, and that's the house of Paris Hilton, and that's Paris Hilton for men. I would have never thought about this. As you can see, I put a heavy dent in it, but it's a cheap fragrance, so I can spray, 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 spray. The cucumber note in this is just fantastic. Good summertime fragrance. It's different. It can be unisex, even though they have a Paris Hilton for women, but it works well on my skin. Hadn't even sprayed this in a while. Oh my God, it's beautiful. I never would have thought about Paris Hilton fragrances. Like I remember he mentioned in the video that it kind of reminds him of a body spray. It looks more like a body spray than it does an actual eau de toilette fragrance, but it smells good, and that's from the house of Paris Hilton. It is Paris Hilton for men. The next fragrance is a fragrance that I never would have put my nose on it until he recommended it. It is a niche fragrance. I don't have the actual fragrance, but I do have the oil version of it. And that's from the house of Creed, and it is Creed Viking. Something that he mentioned this year that he absolutely fell in love with. Um, and it's a barbershop fougere type scent, but it smells pretty good. You know, they did a really good job of making Creed Viking cologne. I like it. I enjoy it. I don't wear it as often as I should, but I'm going to start back wearing it some more. But that's from the house of Creed. It's Creed Viking. Another one that I do not have the actual fragrance, and it's also from the house of Creed, but I do have a fragrance that it's inspired by. So if you're balling on a budget, this right here reminds me, and I say inspired by it because I can't say it's a definite clone because it's not exactly like it. But this is the House of Creed's Royal Oud, and this right here is a $15 fragrance that I got from a fragrance outlet, and this is Casa del Tobacco by Lively Parfums out of Paris, France. This right here is just amazing. I seen a video that Justin Copeland had made where he was saying how much he likes Royal Oud, and I was just like, okay. I had smelt Royal Oud before, and I was just like, at first I wasn't really into oud fragrances, especially oud fragrances that smell like Royal Oud. I mean, but once I started really getting into fragrances, smelling Royal Oud and smelling other oud-based fragrances, I just completely fell in love with Royal Oud. I completely fell in love with just oud fragrances in general. I have quite a few fragrances that have oud in it now, and I just fell in love with them. So that right here is inspired by Royal Oud from the House of Creed, but it is Casa del Tobacco from Lively Parfums of Paris, France. The next one is probably one of his probably top 10 most talked about fragrances. It's a cheapie. It it doesn't perform great unless you like spray a lot, but at the same time it smells amazing. It has that gin and tonic smell to it with a little bit of citrusy notes in it. The world's best atomizer. It is an amazing atomizer. You probably already know what it is, but this is from the House of Saint John. It's 3 a.m. And if you've never seen the atomizer, here it is. That is just an amazing atomizer. You press it hard, it sprays a lot. You press it a little, it sprays a little. This right here is another vacation in a bottle scent. This is more like when you go on vacation and you order yourself a drink at the tiki bar, things like that. As you can see, I put a dent in this too. Never would have thought about this scent until Justin Copeland recommended it. And I definitely appreciate it because it is fantastic. After that, I mean, I literally went out and bought all Sean John fragrances. So I have 3 a.m., I Am King, Unforgivable, Sean John, and they all smell fantastic. But this right here is the one that did it for Justin and did it for me. And that's 3 a.m. Another one, and this is last but not least, I bought this one because it did go on sale for $32 at Sephora, and that's because I think one of the notes in it was illegal, and they had to actually remake this fragrance and substitute the notes. And it was $32. And I was like, I had seen um, Justin recommended TLTT reviews. Ross, shout out to you. Recommended as well, and a bunch of others because. But the thing that made me laugh is he called this a basic bro scent. He said this is the most basic bro of bro basicness, or however he said it, scent that you can possibly buy. And Justin, you know this scent, the EDT of Y by YSL. Another one that, if you look at it, I put a heavy dent in it, but I've been having it for a while now. And yeah, it's just great that I think it has like an might have an apple. I think it has an apple note in there. I love things with scents with apple in it. Y by YSL, Nautical Voyage. Dunhill has a scent called Custom that has a red apple note in it, and they just smell amazing. And I just love it. If you haven't smelled the original Y by YSL now, come on now, you must be sleeping under a rock. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video as a shout out to Justin. He's been a heavily influencer in my fragrance journey. I wouldn't even be doing it the way I'm doing it if it wasn't for him. So I appreciate it. I speak blessings to you and to Grace, you know, in your marriage and everything because, hey, I'm in that boat now. So I know how it is. So I definitely appreciate it. So those were my scents. Y by YSL, Paris Hilton for men, Viking by Creed, Set Sail St. Barts from the house of Tommy Bahama, 3 a.m. from Sean John, and Casa del Tobacco by Lively Parfums, which is influenced by Wall Oud by Creed. So as I always say, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend's mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, that Davinci the poet does poetry and he does scent reviews. And I'm out. Peace. God bless. And I'll see you in the next one. And